What's up, everybody? It's your boy Eric, and welcome to the City Podcast. It's a
acronym.
There you go for Can I Trust You? And I'm here with
Roman
and
Tony.
Yeah, if it sounds like we're missing two other bitches, cause we is. We're missing that boy John and guy who never gives out his real name with the big old eyes.
I'm not gonna do any voices for him, right?
Nah.
The voices have died. The love is gone.
The love is gone.
I guess
the love is gone.
I guess this is the Unlucky 13 episode.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I
Oh.
forgot to tell you. This is the 13th episode. What? Bow, 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 bow.
I thought I said it was unlucky. Why do you sound so happy about it?
Because it's a celebratory thing, bitches.
And either way, happy Halloween, by the way.
Happy Halloween. That's right. It is Friday the 13th.
It's nowhere near that.
All right. It's
Unless
Monday
you're dyslexic, but you have to be dyslexic and in a coma, and the last thing you remember was Friday.
That's true.
is that a thing?
No, it's not.
It should
It's
be.
Monday the 31st. I forgot. Okay.
All right,
I started watching, Nightmare on Elm Street, and I was like, well, if you're going to watch Freddy, you're going to have to watch fucking Jason.
You don't have to watch
You
it.
got to.
Honestly, I'd pick Freddy 10 out of 10 before.
10 out of 10.
10 out of 10.
It goes, it goes hand to hand, blade to gut.
I'd rather watch Hocus Pocus.
And that's why we don't let you talk a lot.
You know,
Yeah.
Everybody has that kind of thing with Hocus Pocus, and I remember watching it. It's not, I don't like it. I do like it. It's just I haven't seen it as many times as people, and I don't watch it. It's not a yearly thing for me.
I got you. You don't like Bette Midler. I understand.
Well, I mean, she's not a very It's not that she's not a good singer. She just doesn't have songs that I like.
Are you supposed to only watch it one time a year?
That's what people say. Well,
Okay.
this is the
I
time.
have a problem then.
This is the time in which you apparently have to just watch it
Dude,
during October.
I am a basic, and what that means is with my basic needs, I watch my basic movies on the holidays. For Halloween, it's Hocus Pocus and Nightmare Before Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
And for Christmas, it's Nightmare Before Christmas and How the Grinch Stole Christmas, because Jim Carrey is he good.
That's one thing that I guess my family really doesn't do is like a yearly movie.
I don't do it as a family. I just watch them.
But even so, I don't really watch a lot of movies.
So you telling me you never watched Kiss Saves Christmas?
No, God, no, I don't watch that. I don't like Kiss.
Oh, blasphemy, sir.
You don't
Blasphemy.
like kissing either.
I like kissing.
Kissing boys.
There you go. I left it open.
Yeah, just like the boys left you.
Yeah.
I think he had
Gapey.
it wrong, though. I think he had it wrong. I think people don't like getting kissed by him. That's the problem.
That's true.
Yeah, you can just tell that to the girl that you stole from Mike, which we'll touch up on later on.
That's a tease, everybody. That's what we call in the business, a tease.
That's what Eric do, baby. But for this Halloween, hope everybody has a safe trick-or-treating time this past weekend, because, this weekend happened. It was Alamo City Comic Con. Hope all y'all enjoyed dressing up. That's like the best thing off this month is that you can dress up for Halloween. And then, if you like dressing up, you got Alamo City Comic Con where you can cosplay.
Yeah, it was really good timing.
Yeah.
For them, for sure.
That's great.
I don't know if they actually planned. I mean, I'm sure they planned it that way. But it seems weird that they never really hit that close to Halloween. So I wonder if they're going to keep that up.
I'm pretty sure that's what they're working their way on to.
Yeah, I mean,
at first they were just like, what's open? And it's like, oh, okay, that's open, so let's do that. And then later on they're like, hey, we could do it kind of close to this time.
Yeah. And
do the zombie walk thing, so they did that.
I wonder if maybe we had to go back, but I wonder this is only the third year, correct?
This is the third.
So I wonder what if there was an event at the Hendry B, because that's where it's always been. If the first year there was something around Halloween that they just couldn't schedule. Probably had to go back and.
I think it was mostly like, we're trying something out. Give us whatever date you got.
They kind of gave them like, well, let's not give you something big. Let's just here you go, try that out, babies.
And after the first year of success,
and they're like, what? Fire marshal shut us down 3 times because overcapacity.
It's true.
Kiss these grits. No, we're not trying. We're trying not to cuss much.
That's true.
Yeah. So, anyways, I went to the Comic-Con.
Mhm.
It was pretty good. I dug the costumes. I dug the people that were there. Didn't get to meet Goku or Vegeta,
Mhm.
their voices, but I was just like, I know you're here. That's enough.
You're here in my heart.
You're right here. You're right here.
But you're also in the city, so you're in the city towards my heart.
Yeah.
Whatever, it doesn't matter. You get it. You get it. You should get
Hope
it.
everybody got their good partying on, because, it's very rare that Halloween ends up near or on a weekend so you can enjoy it.
Yeah, usually like a week before, and you're just like, "Mwah, I had to waste this
Yeah.
costume, and then I had to wear it again." You're just kind of out of it.
But Halloween, man, it's the only time that everybody could be a cosplayer.
True. I didn't have a costume. I was just ill prepared for Halloween.
I tried my best to think of a costume. I even went costume shopping, but I ended up more like, basic white girling it up and buying more decorations. I bought more decorations for fucking Halloween because, I had the nieces over and they're like, we want to decorate. And their parents are like, no. And I'm like, all right, let's do it because I'm a child too at heart. Yay. So, that was
How
pretty
old
cool.
is a child at heart? How old is your child heart?
Enough to buy some cool smokes.
That's not a child, though.
It's not. It's not. The child at heart's like maybe 11 or 12, where
Yeah.
it knows what's up, but it doesn't really care.
If we're measuring child hearts,
Nice little Halloween special.
yeah,
Ooh.
everybody loves a child heart smoothie.
It's high in protein and low on fat. Just
But
like a zombie.
fat's good. It satiates you.
Alright, so
Anyways, yes, parties. I went to a party this weekend. You did too.
We all went to a
We
party.
sure did.
we got invited to a party.
Shouts out to Carlo for making these losers feel important. What, Carlo?
Yeah, I wasn't technically invited by Carlo, but you asked Carlo to invite us, and he was like, "Yeah, just invite him." So it was an invite by proxy, and I'm okay with that. I'll take what I can get.
He seemed happy that they were there.
Yeah, exactly.
It's what Eric do. Eric's the middleman to anything, baby.
That's not a good thing. Not all the time. Maybe it's a good thing for maybe business parties, kind of things like that. But drug-related crimes, regular crimes, sexual crimes.
You say, well, in those parts, I'm not a middleman. I'm more of an accessory. Wear me like a gold chain, baby.
That doesn't make. I don't get it, but
So gold chain's not accessory?
I don't know many people that wear gold chains. Is gold still a thing? Like, do people still like value gold?
Rappers?
I think gold would never stop being a thing.
That's true.
Yeah, but like I don't see many people like sporting out gold.
Because you get robbed in this side of the hood.
That's true.
You gotta hide it.
It's fake gold.
You know how many Devos are out there? A lot.
All crooked-eyed and whatnot. Forrest Whitaker eyes. Devos.
You want your gold chain that your grandma gave you stolen? No.
My grandma never gave me a chain.
Oh, Jesus.
I honestly, I had one chain when I was like 10, and for some reason it had a football pendant on it. Like
You
it was
even
like
football?
I like football, but not enough to wear a chain.
Fair enough.
I don't know why I
think-
had it.
I think your dad would just be, please.
No, and I was like, nah, I like cartoons and Super Nintendo.
That's it. I failed as a father.
Now I know why your dad sometimes is sad around you.
Well,
He's like the things he could have been.
whatever.
That's the real Halloween story right there, Roman.
You know what's scary? Wasting your life.
Yeah, I'm here.
You go to your mom and dad and you ask them, tell us a scary story, Roman's life.
Yeah.
But yeah, Carlos' party was fun.
It was.
I
He
enjoyed
had a movie playing in the back of his
projector.
house.
Yeah,
projector.
first time I see Drag Me to Hell.
I saw parts of Dragon Ball.
I like the background narrative going on.
Yeah,
What was going on?
yeah.
That shit was hilarious.
Plus, he had really good music. I know you guys are not into the Daft Punk and Weekend stuff, but it was really good.
No,
I
I
like
like
Daft
Weekend. I'm not too crazy about Daft Punk, but I've never really paid attention to Daft Punk. Maybe I will. Then maybe I have to check it out.
And
Spotify, here it
And
comes.
of course, the best thing about Carlos' party is always his fires.
Yes.
That boy knows he's been a scout. He knows how to build one.
Mm-hmm.
TP and everything.
I like how it was fire, but it's still like 80 degrees outside.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's Texas. We just light fires to light fires.
That's true.
It doesn't
I
matter.
think we're all pyros at heart.
No, you're right. You're right.
And of course, drinks and food and pretty girls in short costumes.
Which one thing I'm kind of sad that we didn't do
Mhm.
is while we were on a fire,
Mhm.
kind of like camp stories.
Mhm.
Share about a little bit of scary stories, man. That's always the best part. Because even if it's hot or it's cold, you still get a good chill with the good storytelling. Am I right or am I right?
I mean, yeah, if the story is creepy enough, but I don't know if that's the kind of chill you're looking for.
I think that's your child heart talking, because the older you get, you don't want to hear about scary stories.
Ah, yeah, that's my childhood.
Unless they're like reality stories, like I went last week and went to the apartments downtown, and
Oh, the
those-
Minger and all that stuff.
yeah, those are real haunted places.
Which brings me to the Can I Trust You for today, or one of them, because we're going to give you a double special, double stuff Oreo, baby.
2 for 1, BB.
Bow, 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 bow.
Stop with the fucking horns.
Never.
God damn it.
This one is about when I was a little baby boy, little 2-pound, 4-pound baby.
You were never. You were not 4 pounds.
Nah, I was like 12.
I don't think that's way too big for a baby.
What's a good 8 ounces?
8 ounces is a pretty big baby.
Is that like a newborn baby?
I think is 8 pounds average. Like
8 pounds sounds like a hard dump.
I think. I think 6 to 7 is kind of the average for.
Are we
for
going pounds
baby.
or ounces? Because I'm pretty sure like 5 pounds. Oh no, yeah, 5
No,
pounds.
it's-
5 pounds, 6 ounces. Yeah.
Yeah, I think 6 to 7 is kind of the average. 8 and above is kind of that's.
But anyways,
Abnormal.
this is when I was just a little babies.
After you got dumped out by my mommy.
Yes. She was like, glad I got rid of that shit.
Jesus.
Yeah. So I was just a little baby boy, and my mama was hanging clothes on the outside. Mind you, this was like nighttime.
Mhm.
I want to say it was dark.
Okay.
I was a baby, so I don't remember all the details. But I remember
This
my
is all
mom telling.
secondhand. Okay.
Yeah, this is my mom telling the story.
Mhm.
Usually when we start getting drunk, and she's maybe drunk, and she's talking to the family.
Okay.
It's good times. Good times for stories.
Okay.
So there I was in a little carriage while she was hanging up clothes.
Mhm.
And in the air, you could hear rustling in the leaves on the trees that we have. Just,
I'm closing my mind. I'm closing my eyes so I can picture this.
right? And so she's not paying it any mind. She thinks it's just the wind. But then she starts hearing a little scream, like a howl, more like a screech. Like
Mhm.
And she looks up and she notices at the top of the branch there is a lechuza. If you don't know what a lechuza is, we talked about it last time. It's not a chicken that John's stupid ass thought it was. It is a white owl that in Mexican, or I don't know if it's just Mexican, but
I think it's. I don't know. I
it's
would
mostly
assume.
Mexican. I'm guessing it's Mexican because I can't think of the name for it in white people tongue.
Yeah. White people tongue. It's. I think it's more of like a Mexican folk, like
The
a
legend.
urban legend.
The
Yeah.
legends of the birds that prey that
Mhm.
steal the babies.
See, that's a bird of prey though. That's a thunderbird, but that's a different thing.
Nah, it's a car.
It is a car, and it's a fast acting car. 4 wheels, get you a good V6 stroke. I don't know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I
Anyways,
know.
so on the top of the branch, she sees the big old white owl. Now, granted, it is like a 3-foot bird with the wingspan of at least 5 feet.
Yeah, it was a big ass fucking
It was
bird.
a big ass bird, and she notices it. And is just staring down at the little crib. What's in the crib? Good old baby Eric. As she sees it just turn its head and kind of just like study it, she sees it open its wings. And she's trying to shoo it away. She's like, shh, get out of here. You know, what everybody does with any animal, thinking it's going to work half the time. She's just like flailing some clothes, just like, get out of here. And then the lechuza leaps off and jumps towards me. It just so happened 3 crows were there and attacked it. So all you see is black feathers and white feathers kind of like falling in the air as you hear these birds screeching and just like cawing and whatnot. And you hear something hit the floor, bah! And it's the 3 birds and they're rustling and fighting on the floor. In this rustling and screaming, my mom's kind of screaming out loud like, no! My neighbor, old neighbor to my left house,
Okay.
to the right, he comes out and he's like, oh, what's going on? She's like, oh, it's La Chusa. And he's just like, hold on. Goes inside, brings out his his gun. I believe it was a shotgun.
It's a rifle.
Rifle.
Okay.
He brings out his rifle and he aims at the bird because now it went from the floor to like kind of like the air where it's trying to get away, and the crows are just on its ass.
Yeah.
And he clearly takes a shot. Bam! Hits the lechuza. He hears it, scream in pain, and he shoots again. He shot it 3 times. Motherfucker still got up, fell on the floor. No blood. You can't see blood. Don't know why you can't see blood, but there's no blood.
Okay.
And he's like, "Get the baby." And my mom grabs me out of the thing, and fucking, she pulls me kind of inside. She pulls me to the inside, and he was gonna go in there and shoot it again to make sure it was dead.
Yeah.
The thing just fucking pops up. Spreads its wing, jumps out, just fucking disappears into the sky. From there, the crows start doing a circle just around the house just to like see what's up. And from there, they disappear. And my mom's like, "You were lucky that day, or you would have been gone by the lechuza." And I was like, "Word, that's pretty cool."
That is creepy.
That is pretty creepy. And from there, I haven't really seen any lechuzas around. And it's pretty
Probably
cool.
a good thing.
Yeah. That's pretty cool.
If it wasn't for the missing of blood, do you ever consider that a scary story?
I mean, it's
Because it just sounds like he got attacked by a bird of prey.
Yeah, but that in itself is pretty just. That in itself is scary, of course, because you have a baby there. You know what I mean? If it was just
a beautiful baby, my ad.
well, that's all opinion, whatever. But when there's a baby there, I think that adds a little bit of a scary factor for things. When it's just another person, that's kind of like, well, you're both adults, so y'all should be able to get it away somehow. But when it's when there's a baby there, or a small kid of any kind, I think that adds kind of a little bit of a scary factor, like creepy factor kind of thing.
Yeah, because I mean, the neighbor used to be ex-military, so he knows he hit this bird.
Yeah.
No blood though, because it was white.
Yeah.
So
you would be able to see.
You would see blood.
Yeah.
And you mean 3 shots by, I think he said it was a .22 rifle, so.
That's a smaller, isn't it?
It's a
It's a smaller caliber,
Yeah,
but
but
still
a
enough
bird?
to get a bird. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, so.
But to see a 3-foot bird is still pretty creepy.
Yeah, I mean,
And it's not the first time. I remember Prune Man. He was walking down the street after a party. Down his road. And his road, West Side being it what it is,
yeah,
it's maybe a light every other block.
Yeah.
He was walking home from a friend's house. All he sees, I think it was him and his brother. All he hears is like the owl screeching. He's like, "Oh, that's just a regular owl." But then he hears like a girl screaming. He's like, "What the fuck?" So he looks around and he sees the shadow. It's like a white shadow
Okay.
on top of a light post.
Okay. A white silhouette.
A white silhouette.
I
Yes.
I was like,
Okay.
shadows would be good. If
Yeah.
I was like,
I'm
man,
the white shadow.
Oh
That's
my
that's
God.
that's the
you
government
have to be
agent.
on something else to be seeing white shadows.
That's
Well,
if
it
I
was-
saw a white shadow, man, what the
No.
fuck? I'll get the fuck out of here.
From there, he sees it, and then it's the same thing. It's the lechuza mo. Spread the wing, let out a screech, and start attacking.
He did the Batman thing where he just I am the
booked
bat.
it. He booked it.
No?
Ran fast. I think he was with his brother. So as soon as they got like near the house, he grabbed the brick, tossed it at the thing, heard a clunk, and dropped. And he didn't even try to look back, dude. He just heard that he just got up and just fucking
Flapping wings,
here's the
flapping.
flapping wings, dude. I don't know if it's it's one of the scarier noises or one of those things that where you're just like, what do you do when you hear wings flapping at you, man?
You tend to recoil in some way.
Right?
I mean, they're just
You
like
kinda
regular.
you want to kind of duck for cover.
Yeah, exactly. You want to duck or like just recoil because you're just like, oh, what the fuck is that? Like, you know, it's a bird, but like, how close is that bird? Is the thing.
Yeah, dude.
That's the thing.
And that's
Now-
when you start feeling like little
The
fingers in the back of your neck.
Like the goosebumps.
you
and
feel
chills.
the what are they called? The talons on your neck.
dude. Or maybe the feathers just tickling you, just ever so slightly.
just a little bit.
I mean, but
You see?
as long as I can remember, the truth has always been used to be, don't go outside late at night, kids, or now you can be. Man, growing up Mexican, they try to scare you for everything.
Yeah.
True, you had la lechuza, la llorona, el coco, el chupacabra.
What about you,
Yeah.
Roman? What your mom use against you?
Using things against me, not really. Like I don't remember a specific time. I'm sure they had to use a fucking kukui because I was a fucking. Apparently, I was a fucking terrible little kid. Like I was like super. I don't know. Maybe I was hyperactive. I have no idea. I don't know where that went.
Maybe you were just skipping school playing Killer Instinct.
No. Well, yeah. Well, fuck off, man.
Hey, I agree.
back.
I mean, you're a terrible person now, so
That's true.
what would you change?
You're not wrong.
There you go.
But no, I don't remember specifically anything like that. Using anything to scare me. What I do remember, well, at least what I've been told, is that our family did live in a haunted house. This house, I don't even remember what street they said, but it is in the hood. It's somewhere, where we all live. I don't know exactly where it is, but they're at a point in time they were so scared after moving out of that house that they even refused to pass by that street. Like they were just like, no.
What? It's gonna follow you, bro.
Exactly. They were like, whatever was there was trying to cause us some type of harm, and we want no fucking part of it.
No shit.
And there was things like even my cousins would come in, like stay over sometimes. Apparently, I had to be somewhere around 3 years old or something when we lived in this house. Mm-hmm. Our cousins would stay over and they would hear like they would be taking a shower. Like for instance, they would tell me like, oh, they would be taking a shower and the lights would flicker on and off. And they would look, and nobody was in it. They even looked at, you can see if a door is locked, with the little, with the little pin that locks it. Apparently, that hadn't been fucked with, like at all. And the lights would flicker on and off, and they would hear footsteps. They would trying to be sleeping, and they would hear footsteps, like hard footsteps, like boot footsteps,
really?
like down there, and they were so scared they would just like sleep all in one room. Apparently, this is what would happen. Even another example would be there was already weird shit happening, so my dad would kind of stay up, kind of drink whatever. But then this is something that even my brother remembers, and everybody, that they had an air conditioning, like a window unit, mm-hmm. and that somebody like fucking like shook this motherfucker. And my dad went out there with a bat, couldn't see anything. There was no footprints. There was nothing. It was just something that hit the and this isn't like a normal AC unit that you see now. Mm-hmm. These were like we called it a water cooler. I don't know exactly what it was. But it's the huge unit that you would actually spray water into, and it would cool the house. It was like a big ass like fan, like a vent, and it would suck in air. But to make it cool, you just hit it with a water hose, and they would have sponges in there, and it would just blow out the cold air. Oh. So it was, I don't know what exactly it's called. Even to this day, I still don't know.
That's old timey as fuck.
Yeah, it was. But if you know what I'm talking about, you know that those things are fucking ridiculously heavy. So to move it that much, there was some force, and there is one that does involve me.
Yeah, that's that. You know what's also scary? The fact that you had such an old ass fucking technology in your house.
Hey man, we fucking this was early '90s, baby. Come on, we didn't have a lot of money, but there is one that did involve me. Apparently, this was around a time where I didn't really talk. 3 years old, you're sort of talking, but you're not really saying much. You're saying just random things that you would hear.
Yeah.
Now, apparently, there was a story where my mom was in the bathroom, just putting on her makeup, whatever, and I was in the room, and I was sitting on a chair that faced the wall.
Mm-hmm. And that was your timeout chair?
I guess. I don't know. She didn't explain that. I would assume so. But apparently that I was...
You're such a terrible kid.
Yeah.
Face the wall, Roman.
Exactly. But apparently I was talking to somebody. Like a full-on conversation talking to somebody.
Like you were saying the right words.
Like I was saying words, and that apparently I got mad at what was being said, that she heard me say like fuck and shit and like bad words that honestly, I maybe hear from my dad, but maybe wouldn't know what it was, but I started saying bad words. And apparently, they said I was talking to a ghost. They were like, I don't know what you were talking... Like, you were having a sort of conversation with something facing a wall. So that's the whole thing. We lived in that haunted house for, I think they even said, like, it was, we moved in and it was like 2 or 3 months and we were fucking out. And I remember shortly after actually moving in with my grandparents. Like, all of us moved in with my grandparents. And if y'all two wouldn't know, that's the grandparents that live across the street from y'all.
Oh, yeah.
So, like, the next street over.
Yeah.
So we just lived there with them. And apparently that's before we started to move into the current house that we live in.
So you trying to tell me the ghost gave you cussing powers?
I guess so. I guess I don't know if it was saying anything or anything that got me upset as a kid.
That's
You know,
fucking trippy,
You were probably
though.
mad that it kept on shaking the goddamn air conditioner.
I'm trying to fucking sleep.
Some shit, isn't it?
But yeah, but you know, every time they do say these stories, they are actually scared. They're just like, this was just a
Yeah.
bad house, and we wanted nothing to do with it. And you can, like, their whole kind of demeanor changes, and they
Do they turn white a little bit?
don't turn white. I mean, most of my family's white.
That's true.
I'm like the fucking black sheep of the family.
Literally the darkest
Yeah, I'm
one.
the darkest one of the family.
But when it comes to Mexicans, man,
Yeah.
whenever it comes to scary stories, they get serious.
They do, and that's the whole thing, is they got serious, and like every time it'd be like little goosebumps would start, like, you know,
Yeah.
forming
Oh, yeah.
up and stuff like that.
I
so
hate when my family gets together and start drinking because suddenly the drinking stops and the stories start flowing.
yeah.
Oh, dude, that's
They-
the best time.
I mean, my dad can't remember my birthday, but goddamn, he knows his stories. He'll remember all the ghost stories.
Let me tell you about the time we went to Mexico on my mom's side of the family.
Mhm.
This is over there by the beach. By the beach. And
Bye.
and we were there with my aunt. And the cool thing about this is what I like about Mexican structures. They make it to where your porch seems like another room,
Yeah.
but you know it's on the outside.
Mhm.
So it's like tile,
Mhm.
and they got rocking chairs, but
Yeah.
it's also like enclosed, but you can still see the outside and you can feel the breeze because over there's always a nice breeze at night.
Yeah. What some people would call, I think, a veranda.
I don't know, veranda, Miranda, whatever you
It's
want
a
to call
veranda.
it.
It's an enclosed porch. I guess you
Yeah.
can say.
So it's a fancy way of saying porch. You get it.
An enclosed porch.
All right.
Whatever. Hey, either way, it was nice. So we're there. Granted, it's like 2, 3 in the morning. We went to go eat. We were just drinking some beer. I was like 15, so I drank like maybe 2 beers.
Snuck in
Mexico.
another 3.
It was Mexico, baby. It's okay. And we were just there, and we're just talking about how back in the day, you know, my aunt somehow my mom's side of the family has like supernatural powers to where they can see dead people or speak to the dead. And my dad's side is more like ranch hands. They believe, you know, you see like the Llorona if you stay out too late or anything like that. So they're talking about all this, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And they're talking about how there is this spirit at this house, this current location right here. And they're talking about, you know, my uncles that seen it that one time and he got freaked out. And as we're saying this, my aunt's telling her side of the story of how there was a lady that lived 2 doors down
Okay.
who died. She died of a heart attack, but she was trying to, you know, get outside to call for help because that's how they do it. You know,
Yeah, yeah.
She had a phone.
Mm-hmm.
She didn't have a phone. She used the neighbor's phone.
Okay.
So, you know, she tried to walk outside, and when she walked outside, you know, when her heart finally gave out, fucking, bam, she hit the side of her gate, and these are like aluminum gates.
Okay.
You know, not heavy but sturdy.
Yeah.
So, as she was saying this, someone slammed the shit out of my aunt's, or something slammed the shit out of my aunt's gate that fucking picked everybody up. What? Like, we were getting this chills, and she was like, you know, from time to time you could hear, because the lady just died maybe like 3 weeks before the storytelling.
Yeah, yeah.
And I was like, oh shit, and all you hear is a big old and she's like, oh fuck.
He's like, story time's over, guys. Time to go inside.
We went
Go to bed.
outside to check if we could see, you know, some fucking punk kid just running around who was just listening to the story.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
Nobody there, dude. The fucking street's dead. Like 3 in the morning, just dead.
Yeah.
and you just hear the crickets chirping and shit. And I was like, huh. And I was like, well, I'm gonna sleep inside the truck.
See, that's the thing, though. When people ask me, "Hey, man, do you believe in the supernatural?" Man, I'll be like, "Yes." And he's like, "Why? Where's the proof?" And where's all this stuff that people say exists? I was like, "Come to my house, story time." They'll make you a believer.
That's the thing is, like, I think so many people are like, man, I don't believe in that. Like, show me the proof. And then there are some people that do see that, and then it's like one of those things. Once you open that door, you can't close it.
I think once you like, it's like one thing, like when you notice one certain supernatural thing, you start noticing other things.
Yeah, exactly.
And then you start paying more attention, and you're like, huh.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like your mind's eye open, bro.
And suddenly you start hearing things everywhere, and you start noticing different things. Hey, man, it's out there.
Yeah. I think there's too many weird things that happen to not have, like, some belief in it.
There's two places. If anybody listening right now wants to, make sure you're like, oh, there's no such thing. Halloween's over. There's two places that I could get confirmation that there's ghosts. One is this house, and two is this building that a friend works at off of 410 and Blanco. 410 and Blanco.
410 and Blanco, okay.
It's a hotel.
Okay.
And the stories he's told me, him and his wife working there. And if you're listening, guys, you know who you are. They will happily dare you to go to this. I guess it's like a. It's not a hotel. It's a department. It's a fucking
apartment complex.
No. It's not an apartment complex. It's a it's a place where it has cubicles and shit. It's just a fucking
office.
Office.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
And you will get fucking scared.
Yeah.
I went there one time just to play some cards with homeboy because he was like there, late night. You can feel how heavy the air is over there, dude. Like you start like me and my friend Chris, who also believes in the supernatural. As soon as we walk in, we're like, man, you feel that? Like the area around there just changes. Now, I'm not saying I'm susceptible to this stuff or whatnot, but I do believe, and it just, it's just like secondhand.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, huh.
There was a bad aura about the place.
There's the aura, and there was tough, dude. I went in there, and, as we were talking, he just told us the stories of how haunted the fucking place is.
Well, I mean, San Antonio is known for being haunted places. You have the train tracks with the school, the little kids. You have the
mansion.
You have the haunted aqueducts.
Yeah.
You have the Alamo said to have some ghosts.
You can see David
The Alamo, yeah. I heard
you have that I think St. Anthony's Hotel downtown. They're supposed to have a couple rooms that no one goes in because it's super haunted.
I don't know about St. Anthony.
There's a hotel that came on one of those
the Menger Hotel. Menger Hotel.
That's right. And then some parts of the Riverwalk, we're not supposed to go late at night.
Yeah.
I mean, it's everywhere.
But that's just mostly because of the junkies.
That's just the junkies living under the bridge.
But yeah, I mean, there's a lot of scary stories out there. Nothing scarier than ahí viene la chancla. Corre.
Yeah, that's true, man. If you don't go Mimi's, you're going to get that chancla, papao.
I guess that was more the threat that they used. Physical harm more than...
Do you ever get like that weird feeling when you kind of like lay down in bed and you don't put the covers over you? That you kind of leave your toesies exposed? You feel like that little so you got to cover them?
No. I actually sleep with like one of my legs hanging out.
Yeah, me too. I can't sleep with my feet covered.
It gets too hot, so...
That's just you, man.
Well, I mean, I'm sure there's other people that believe
I do it, but it's been just too hot in my room that I don't even use a blanket. I just lay down there and just fucking...
But yeah, man, this Halloween stuff let's keep it going. I know we have a Halloween email from the fabulous Mr. Trent.
Oh, 3-time Trent. Whoop, whoop, baby.
I wonder what Mr. Trent's going to be for Halloween. I bet you something handsome.
Oh, dude, it's going to be scary and handsome. You're going to be like, oh, no, I'm scared, but I'm aroused also.
He's like, I am the ghoulish of ghouls. Man, you are sexy-ass ghoul.
You want to bite me? Go for it, bro. I'll give you a kiss.
I'm sure you're making Trent uncomfortable.
He's like, Trent, what are you going to be Halloween? Sexy zombie, sexy vampire, sexy Frankenstein.
Sexy blah blah boos.
Just fucking straight out handsome. but
he's gonna be the Shreddinator, dude. Ugh.
But before we head into the email, I do want to thank everybody that has sent an email, and we'll get to you. And also people that have commented on our YouTube.
Oh, you guys are actually commenting. Yay. What's
Yeah.
it say?
Oh.
So for our last episode, the prune had 2, and that was Kaiser Wilhelm was not a Nazi and start a Patreon.
Who's Kaiser Wilhelm?
I have no idea.
When did we ever touch up on him?
I have no idea. I guess we're just going to have to look it up. Prune.
What you talking about, you go seeing some bitch?
The prune drinks a lot, so excuse him.
That's true. But
And that's why I like
Oh,
him.
wait, what's a Patreon?
a Patreon is think
Where
of
we
it
haul
as
ourselves
a
out.
think of it as
Oh, the stuff that cosplayers use to get our money.
yes, it's like a monthly Kickstarter.
Oh.
He's like, you want to see us in lingerie? Give us $10.
Yeah, honestly, if you want us to start a Patreon and just make asses out of ourselves, we'll do it for money.
You want to see us fully clothed? Yeah.
I'll give you $1. Put your clothes back on. You got it.
No, the dollar members get us naked.
Ugh.
The $5 members get at least underwear on.
Fair enough.
10 and up, the more you put, the more you'll get
Well, let's
with us
be
clothes.
honest. If they're gonna see us naked, they ain't gonna make it to up.
Hey,
They're like, blind forever.
Yeah.
$20 and we start wearing those Middle Eastern get-ups.
Oh, the
Cover from head to toe.
Yeah.
Oh, what is it called? Shit.
I want to say it's the dashiki.
No, that's
That's the African.
That's
African.
African.
Yeah.
It is a.
Whatever. Anyway,
What's the other comment?
Also, Trent sent us a comment as well.
thank
It
you,
says,
Trent.
"Dear City Pod,
Sa, dude.
you suck."
Oh, boo! You're not handsome no more.
You
Get
right,
out of here with
right.
that.
And maybe you'll think he's handsome after this email.
Okay,
He's
let's go.
super handsome.
So Trent, the title for his email is Spooky Super Team.
Spooky super team.
Spooky Super Team.
Like Ghost Rider and
Does
Morpheus
he put an example?
and Blade.
Let's find out.
Let's see what it is.
Okay, city boys and ghouls.
Yeah.
Got another Halloween themed question for y'all to finish off this October.
Yeah. Finish it off real hard.
The success of the Marvel Cinematic Universe has influenced more than rival comic movies. Universal has toyed with the idea of doing a big crossover movie franchise with the classic Universal monsters, a la Avengers style. Assuming Frank, Drac, and the Creature, Wolfman, and the Mummy are on board, what other monster would you Ant-Man into its way onto the team? There is a bit of a
Slash.
slash. Now,
Yeah.
hard mode. How would you tie them into the rest of the monsters? Sincerely, you know who this is.
Damn handsome. Good question. Good shit.
All right, so he named Frankenstein.
He named the main guys.
Frankenstein.
He named
werewolf.
Frankenstein, Dracula, the Creature from the Black Lagoon, Wolfman, and the Mummy.
Oh, okay, the classics.
So the base 5.
Yeah, dude.
Now, are they the good guys?
Thor.
That's the thing is, okay, let's take this from just adding other characters and whatever. Let's try to make a movie here, and we'll pitch it to Universal.
Because there's been a movie like
Alright,
that.
so Universal, if you're listening, we'll
We all know Universal ain't listening.
Isn't
They're
that?
listening,
Isn't that?
That's the Monster Squad, isn't it?
Yeah, the Monster Squad.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
But I mean,
thanks
they-
for shitting on that.
I mean,
They're gonna try to make a move, but yeah,
Well, I
fine.
mean, we can still do it. We can
Oh,
still
no,
do the thing.
let's see. Monster Squad it's a little kids club that was into the comics.
No, you dumb. No.
Isn't it?
No. I mean, yes, it's the movie, ain't it?
Yeah.
The devil, the little demon dude.
What demon dude?
Oh no! I know what you're talking about. Yeah, it's the '80s movie.
The 80 movie
Yeah.
with the kids
Yeah.
that have a
I
comics.
don't know if it was
of
80s.
monsters.
It might have been
80s,
early
late,
90s.
early 90s.
Like, I think it might have been 90.
Anyway,
Either way.
the movie is a couple of kids. They
Mhm.
go into Dracula's house, I think.
I guess.
So yeah, I think Dracula was the big bad guy. Frankenstein turned
Yes.
out to be the good guy.
Mm-hmm.
The werewolf was the
Wolfman has nards.
yeah. The Wolfman was when he was creature mode, he was the bad guy.
Mm-hmm.
When he was human, he tried to kill himself or not.
The Mummy was wasn't he like the dumb one of the
yeah, the
group?
mummy was the comedy relief.
Yeah, he was like they gave him like a Slurpee or some
Yeah.
shit. He was like, or
Yeah.
something.
So I don't know. I mean, who else would you add to a horror movie?
I mean, that's the thing is, if it's Universal monsters, I don't know much.
Because I think that's all of them.
The
This
actual
is-
monsters.
This is what I would do.
Okay.
Picture this: Halloween night,
Of course.
the day before Halloween night,
Okay.
excavator
Mm.
in Egypt,
Okay.
right? He's digging through some crypts and whatnot,
Okay.
you know, treasure hunting as he does, or doing archaeological work.
Okay.
Falls upon this red ruby.
Mm-hmm.
This ruby gives him the power of the pharaohs from back in the day.
Okay.
He could command sand. He's got powers like the mummy.
Okay.
So the mummy, being kept in America,
Okay.
sets his team up because he knows he's not powerful enough when he to defeat the full human with the power because he's a dead dude.
Okay.
He can only do so much, and you know, being the pharaoh, he has a little bit of power control over certain dead things.
Mm-hmm.
So he commands a bunch of other mummies,
Mm-hmm.
you know, and so they're fighting.
Mhm.
You know, Wolfman's only useful during the night.
Mm-hmm.
Frankenstein, as long as there's no fire, which is a problem because the guy has the pharaoh powers.
Let me stop you there. Who are they fighting? Who is the bad guy?
Okay.
The archaeological person that gets taken over by the ruby.
Yes. Okay. So this the
So the
this
mummy's the bad guy.
excavator. No.
No.
This excavator is doing like this kind of tomb work. He's kind of just digging, kind of trying to get more information. He finds the ruby. The ruby possesses him,
Okay.
right? And he's a pharaoh. But this is now a vengeful pharaoh. Now here's what it is. You know what? Scratch pharaoh. He becomes a necromancer.
Fair enough.
He becomes a necromancer and starts raising the dead. Now, the mummy is part of this, but let's just say the mummy works differently from the others. Now, one thing that we can say is, like, let's say the Wolfman is just running. He's you know,
he's like the Hulk
yeah,
of the thing.
Yeah, exactly.
He wants to be left alone.
Yeah, so
because he doesn't trust himself around.
Exactly.
in the
Thinks the
moonlight.
sands of Egypt, no one will bother me, or very few. Maybe I can just calm down there.
And he can find a bunch of bones he can gnaw on.
Exactly. So he's just like it's there. Now it is the night when this guy finds the ruby. Full moon.
Yeah, that's true.
All right, full moon. He turns into the werewolf. He's one of the first, along with the mummy, to encounter this necromancer. And they really don't have a speech, like a way to really communicate, but they know because the Wolfman is part wolf, so he has a sense of evil, and he knows that this necromancer is
animal
evil.
senses.
Exactly.
Alright.
And the mummy knows this. Maybe
He
we
got
could-
disturbed from his slumber.
Exactly. So maybe that's it.
All
Right.
All right.
Now, the hard part is maybe getting Dracula into this. Maybe.
Not true, because Dracula, being the sworn enemy of the Wolfman, is still tracking him down. Or just because he likes to keep the Wolfman as. We'll go with like Underworld. It's his keeper for the day.
So Dracula is the Scarlet Witch. You don't even know if she's kind of a double agent or not.
Yeah, I guess he plays like double.
He follows them.
He's
during
in
the
it
night.
maybe for himself more than the team.
Yeah, he has his goal. He has his goal, aka Frankenstein.
Oh, maybe he gets
Carrying
he gets pissed off. The necromancer's raising the dead, and he's like, "Hey, buddy, that's my job."
Yeah.
And he's like, "These guys are already against you. I'll join that." It's allies of convenience.
So pretty much, Dracula is, Frankenstein is, or Dracula is Frankenstein's master, because Frankenstein could travel during the day. So he carries around the coffin in his back.
Okay.
You know, kind of like Donovan from Darkstalkers.
Mhm.
All right.
Oh, and Dracula in turn, because he wants to keep him safe, keeps him away from any kind of fire, so he doesn't bug out, and he makes sure to explain to Frankenstein, because Frankenstein has some kind of cognitive power.
If anything, Dracula hypnotizes Frankenstein.
Okay.
The only one that's gonna be hard to put in here is the creature of the Black Lagoon.
He's like Namor or Aquaman.
Yeah, maybe he's just traveling. Maybe there's like an oasis that's underneath this tomb that we don't know about.
Oh, the river, was it the Nile River?
Yeah, and
runs through the tomb.
and there's like a cave, like an underwater cave that he thought he can find solitude in after the events of the first movie, whatever.
Or he could be like Thor. He's just out of his realm. He's like, I'm here.
So, these guys are fighting this necromancer, and they're fighting undead people. We'll
Okay.
call them zombies or other mummies, right?
Oh, the mummy's pissed because
It's his family.
Because it's his the first one that he raises is his wife.
Yeah. So the mummy is technically, because all mummies are got to be the pharaoh or something.
Yeah.
So he's technically the pharaoh, the first pharaoh.
Okay.
So that's why he's not following the
We're
rules
changing
of
up
the-
Universal or fucking flipping it on its shit.
He's not. He is not. He's above all.
Mm.
He has like that. You know, he was a humble pharaoh, but also, no, not humble. He was a fair pharaoh. He was a pharaoh.
All right, so we have the
So
classic
he
monsters.
has better, fucking. He can't be controlled.
Okay.
He's like, nah, nigga.
I
I am the son of Ra.
I'm a god king.
There you go.
All right.
So they're having a hard time fighting this guy. Now, who I would throw into the monster squad as, how to add man his way in. Simplest thing, the Invisible Man.
Invisible. That is a universal monster.
Invisible Man is the one that's gonna help him get behind the necromancer. Necromancer's only attacking the other
He is a
guy.
surprise character.
He's the spy of the whole thing.
Yeah, he is watching and he's learning.
He's the Ant-Man when he's little. He goes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I wanted to
Yeah.
throw in the Jersey Devil, but he's
I don't
too
know.
unpredictable. It's
Yeah.
not very good.
We need some ethnicity in there. So the Chupacabra.
Nah.
No.
You know what? And the Invisible Man was there. And who else can you throw in there?
What about you think? Oh man, he's not.
I'm not gonna say the whole story because that is just too long to think. But they're fighting. They need help. Invisible Man, as they're regrouping, say during the day, Invisible Man walks over and talks to the Wolfman, who is now in human mode. Dracula's asleep. Frankenstein knows English because or Frankenstein's monster because he's Frankenstein's monster.
Yeah.
Knows English because Frankenstein knew English. Dracula can understand the language because he's old. And the Pharaoh, he's just there. I want to say the Mummy at least.
And this is
can
why
learn.
we don't work for Universal Pictures.
There's plot holes here.
Yeah.
But
All right. We'll fill them up.
The question was, who would I throw in there? I would throw in the
And
Invisible
Trent, this
Man.
is what
That's
happens
how
when
he
you
would
make
do it.
Eric think.
Exactly.
So
They
let me
worked out
summarize.
pretty
Let
good.
me summarize it.
Okay.
So classic Monster Squad is going up against a dude who got Ruby possessed and became a necromancer. Brings up an army of undead. They're like, nah, we can't let that happen. We're gonna stop him.
Yeah.
And then you have a surprise Invisible Man to help him out and win.
Yeah.
Good enough?
Yeah.
You see? It doesn't sound that bad.
Doesn't sound that bad, but who I would add?
That was me.
Unfortunately, I don't know the Universal monsters all that well. The thing I could say is maybe bringing in like the side characters, like maybe Igor, kind of things like that.
You could always add a ghost.
Oh, you can add in Igor because he's the actual brains. Like he spent time with the actual Frankenstein, Dr. Frankenstein, and he can like plot and kind of thing. And him, Wolfman, Frankenstein, the Invisible Man, they can all kind of create a plan of attack for the actual third act, which is the big fight.
Yeah.
All right, so I would maybe bring in Igor. There you go, Trent.
Who would you?
I don't know. I would step away from all the classics and bring maybe the girl from the Ring.
Nah.
I don't know if that would work. She's not really. She just wants to kill living people.
Yeah. Ain't no VHS around anywhere either.
Yeah, no.
Some girls around too.
No.
I don't know. Maybe Frankenstein's bride. Maybe Frankenstein's bride maybe gets controlled. Frankenstein goes ape shit.
Or maybe the reason Dracula mind controls Igor, right? And he uses because Dracula's still kind of like a bad dude because he's
a king. He's a king.
Fair enough.
So, but he uses Frankenstein's monster bride as his leeway. He tells him, do this. So Dracula looks like the bad guy, but it's only because, well, he's a fucking douche. He's a douche.
Yeah, he'll maybe be like, part 2 of this. He'll become the bad guy.
Alright.
Kind of. I hope that helped Trent. And if you
And
guys,
And now we're sorry for all that.
If not, Trent, send us an email and just tell us how much you suck. I don't know.
yeah.
Sorry for wasting about
Tell me how you
15
visualize
minutes
it,
of your
baby.
life, Mr. Hansel.
But if anybody else has a has a way of who would you add, hit us up in the comments below.
Yeah.
Let us know who would you add and why. Would he be a bad guy? Would he be the good guy?
Mm-hmm. That's
You know,
true.
that type of thing.
That's true. Or send us an email at
Send us-
citypod88@gmail.com.
citypod88@gmail.com. Blah.
Alright.
Now, as for the earlier tease on the Can I Trust You Part 2, if y'all remembered episode 12,
Yes.
Oh, that's right. We left in a little cliffhanger.
we found
Sure.
out that Roman, the scumbag, stole our homeboy's mic.
Yes. As a quick recap, me and Mike, when we went to high school, he went out with a girl, and I eventually got with this girl as well. Maybe a little too soon, but what I want to play.
Breaking bro code
But
everywhere.
Yes.
to add salt on the wound, wasn't that his first girlfriend?
We'll find out.
We'll find out.
All right, so
Play
we have a little bit of audio recorded of Mike and Roman having conversation about this.
That's where
Yes.
that's where saying play it just comes in handy.
This was recorded when we were at work, so hope you enjoy his side of the story. All right, we got Mike here. This is Roman. We got Mike here.
Hello, hello.
All right, now I already told the story from my point of view and what happened. I want to know what I want to hear your whole side of the story.
My whole side,
Yeah, like you had a class with her. I had Spanish with her. I don't know what you had.
math.
Okay, you had math with her. So walk us through the whole spiel.
I think she liked me because I was nice to her. And obviously, I think she talked to you about it.
Yes.
Okay, I did not know about that until I heard it on the podcast the other day when I was listening to it.
Mhm.
And, I mean, I thought she was cute and all. And I wasn't really looking for a girlfriend. She was my first girlfriend.
Oh, okay.
She
That's
she
something
was my
notable.
first girlfriend. So I didn't really know how to be a boyfriend.
Okay.
Which I'm pretty sure that led to only being a month together.
Yeah.
That's why she ended it or whatever. But like I said, I didn't know about calling or any of that kind of shit, or I didn't know. It was my first fucking girlfriend. And I think I told the story recently to somebody that when I got with my first girlfriend, and she's the one that actually asked me, because we were in front of Memorial, and my arms were around her, and Hilda
Okay.
is the one that said to us, she was like, "Are y'all guys a thing now?" And we looked at each other, and to be honest, I was about to fucking pass out, dude, because that's how nervous I was. That is, like, I looked at her, and I honestly did not see her face. I was seeing black. You know how you're about to pass out?
Or you just weren't breathing? Or what?
I was just so fucking nervous. Like I said, it was my first girlfriend, dude. Like, I was like, what the fuck do I do? So we just looked at each other, and we just nodded. Like, yeah, I guess we're together. And the whole thing about the whole bro code and all that shit, I was a little upset.
You see, you've never told me this.
I know, but at the time, I was already with Hilda, so
That was a quick turnaround.
yeah. I was actually forced into that relationship, by the way, by her cousin. I didn't want to be with her at all, and it was just a summer thing. So, like, I was already with her, but I was still feeling like, God damn it, Roman, like, I didn't want to lose you as a friend either, because we were already fucking kind of close, or getting close. I was like, man, he's my fucking bro, and you know what, they have a little more in common, and I honestly did not fucking treat her like a girlfriend. I just treated her the way I was just treating her, like, just like a friend. So I really didn't, like I said, I really didn't know how to treat my first girlfriend. I was an idiot about it. And your girlfriend, Patricia, I only talked to her like twice, honestly, and I didn't get with her. I just talked to her because she was talking to me about you, because I guess she saw that we hung out, or she knew that we hung out. So yeah, it upsetted me a little bit, but like I said, I didn't want to lose you as a brother.
You see, that's a thing that you never told me, so I was like, I feel like shit, but I don't know. I didn't know what to do at that point. And I remember talking to you about it. I was like, dude, I think I like her, but I don't want to do this. Like,
I remember that too.
Alright, so now really I'm a piece of shit and everybody's gonna know it.
No, that's a long time ago, man. How old were you? Do you remember when you got with her?
It had to be sophomore year.
Shoot, we were juniors. Are you? No.
No,
We were sophomores, and she was a freshman.
Yes.
Okay, yeah.
And then she broke up with me. When was it? I guess the summer going into senior year.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because it was like a whole year. And I remember when we tried to keep it a secret, and fucking, of course, at that point you can't keep anything a secret. Just fucking end up doing dumb shit. Everybody's like, oh, I guess they're together now.
And I remember you, me, and her had Spanish together.
Oh, it was Spanish 3, right?
Yes. And, like, I would catch these things where she would, like, fuck with your dick under the table. Not really, like, with her hands, but, like, with her feet. Like, trying to fuck with it like that. And I'm like, God damn it, what the fuck is this happening to me right now? I was a little pissed, but, you know, like I said, we were already getting close to each other. We were, like, making our bond as bros and shit. So
Yeah.
I was like, I'm not gonna hold it against you. And I was like, y'all made a great couple together at the time, I guess.
Yeah.
So I was like, you know, good for you, man.
Alright, that whole footing with my dick. I didn't think anybody would really notice, but we all sat at the same table.
Yeah, we were in a group of three. Just us. And
I didn't think anybody would notice, but apparently someone did. The most important person knew.
Yeah, like I said, I was talking about that to someone recently, that I almost passed out, which is a fucking, like, I don't know. It's just crazy, like, I didn't, it's kind of embarrassing, actually, but I was a little fucking chavalone.
Alright, well, you heard it straight from the horse's mouth, people. He was a little upset. This is brand new news to me, but we're gonna pass it back to y'all.
And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Roman the scumbag and Mike with a golden heart
Scumbag McGee.
took away his first girlfriend.
Yeah, I still now that I know for sure that he was kind of mad about it, I'm like, man, I am a piece of shit.
The real scary story is that you're still friends.
Yeah.
I don't know how. No, I guess that was like the worst thing that happened, like in our friendship.
So
Oh
far.
no, man. There's sometimes girls come between friends all
Can
the
we
time.
trust you with this new girlfriend, bro?
Ooh. Well, that's why he don't come around. He learned his lesson.
Fair enough. That was one. I didn't want his ex-girlfriend.
Hey, once a scumbag, always a scumbag. You never know.
R.I.P. to our homie, Mike. He's going to be the walkie ghost. I'll be like, oh, shit, dog. I thought you died.
He's like, no, I'm just scared of Roman taking my girl.
That's true.
Fair enough.
But that would wrap up today's episode.
Yes.
It's a little messy. We apologize.
It's a little bit everywhere. It's a little bit anywhere. Here
Well, that's
and
what
there.
happens when you're a couple men down.
Yeah.
And Eric's the host.
when we're two city down.
Yeah.
Two city down.
But-
We ain't got no T and we ain't got no Y. Who knows? It's not there. Where'd the Y go? See? Eric's clever like that.
Again, sorry
sorta.
about that. Sorry about Eric.
But either way, if you want to share a story or just give us any kind of feedback, go ahead, like, comment, subscribe to the channel if you like what we see or hear.
Please. Every time you subscribe, Tony loses a little bit of weight.
I
That's
do.
true.
That's
Gives
not
me a
true.
little more hope.
That's
It
true.
doesn't.
That's a lie.
And everybody that has subscribed already, we really appreciate it.
And this kiss is for you. Mwah. Thank you.
We just
Alright,
lost our subscribers.
yeah.
Well,
There goes everybody.
let's start from number one again.
Besitos.
But
But yeah, spread the word. You like what you're
Awesome.
doing.
Don't forget, comment your scary stories.
yeah.
You know,
Or email it to us. Again,
Email.
citypod88@gmail.com.
Oh, yeah.
citypod88@gmail.com.
But for now.
Like we always say at the end of every episode.
Bye.